Hi there everyone, GuardianE here with a first look at the new Lite Rerun structure in Azur Lane, debuting alongside the rerun of the Northern Overture event. So we'll just be going over the changes to reruns with this new format, as well as the overall impact to the game going forward. And before we get started, I will just briefly mention that if you do enjoy the content that we put out, and you would like to support the channel, please consider subscribing, leaving a like down below, leaving a comment. It really does help us out, it really helps out the channel, and we really do appreciate it. If not, thank you so much for coming along and checking us out. So first and foremost, the total length of the event is now 1 week, down from 2 weeks, condensing the 2 phases of the rerun event into one single week. So the initial little pre-event grind with the few key ships getting bonus EXP, yeah, that's all integrated and happening at the same time as the event proper. So down to 1 week. The Proof of Union chat frame will be returning, and while the cost of that chat frame doesn't seem to have changed through the point accumulation, the speed at which you get the points and the ease at which you get the points is boosted. For example, some of the missions that required you to max limit break one of the event ships, now you just have to acquire the ship. Much simpler, much faster, much more easily attainable for new players. The actual milestones needed for acquiring certain ships has been halved in some cases, such as Gangut going from 10,000 points down to 5,000 points now, and instead they've added new rewards to the top of the list to compensate for that. They've changed up the shop a bit to include build tickets, which we'll talk a little bit more about later, along with a number of other additional updates. Logging in 3 days during the event will net you 6 total free build tickets and 1,000 event points. That's already 1/5 of the way to your first copy of Gangut. There are new rewards for limited missions and new missions that will net additional event points and skill books as well. The first clear bonus that refreshes each day on event story maps, that bonus goes from 3 times on normal maps to 5 times bonus for the Lite Rerun, and for hard maps it goes from the 2 times bonus to a 3 times bonus. That is very, very significant, especially alongside the reshuffling of the rewards milestones themselves, makes it a lot lighter and easier of a grind in general. Additionally, some of the stages now will be featuring the oil cap, thankfully, so it'll be much easier on your oil reserves than some reruns of old. Now, speaking of the build tickets, we'll be getting a total of 32 of them throughout the event. So that's 32 free pulls, or the equivalent of 64 cubes and 48,000 coins. So you'll get 6 of them through login bonuses like I had just mentioned before. There will also be a daily limited mission. Essentially, you'll have to sortie and win 15 times, and you'll get 1 per mission for a maximum of 8 of those tickets. You clear the event itself, that'll net you 7 tickets total when you clear up to and including the SP map. There will be a new cumulative event point acquisition reward. You'll get 6 tickets at the 9,000 point level. And the shop exchange will actually have 5 tickets available for sale as well. Now, something to bear in mind, those build tickets will not carry over into future events. They are meant just for the rerun that you actually acquire them, so be sure to use them before the event itself is over. So I think that more or less covers all of the structural changes we've received in this light version of the reruns, and basically how the rerun format is going to be moving forward. Since we're recording, I'll just actually use up the tickets that I acquired today, I have right now, to see if I can't secure some dupes of these lovely Northern Parliament ladies, and then afterwards I'll just wrap up my thoughts as to the whole new Lite Rerun structure. I've got 3 of these dailies from the Lunar New Year, so let's just kind of burn through these light constructions, and then we'll use the 14 tickets. See what we can get. Like I said, I don't need any of them. I have them all max limit broken at this point, but certainly wouldn't mind another Chapayev. So, okay, build them out. Okay, and it uses the tickets. It says you're using 10 tickets there, so it clarifies exactly that it's going to use the tickets first. You can't opt to use cubes before tickets, it looks like, if you wanted to for whatever reason. And let's go in. Let's go in. Finish all. Would certainly like to get another copy of Chapayev, because I do have 2 skins for her, so I would like to alternate those if possible. But Chapayev is available in the event shop, so we are guaranteed to get another copy no matter what. We're getting a Tashkent today. Alright, nice. It's very cuddly and warm in that big coat. Alright. Getting an event ship always feels good. Can we make it a twofer? A 2-in-1? No? Oh, okay, Grozny. Alright, two. Two for the price of one here. That is not too bad at all. Okay. And I've got 4 more. So how does this work? If I go beyond... Interesting. So if you don't have, like, enough for the full multi, you can't do, like, a mix of ticket and cube pulls. So we're just going to do the 4 here. And see if we can't snag ourselves another Russian beauty. Nope. 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 And nope. Alright, well... but like I said, you do get over 30 of these tickets over the course of the event, so that's really nice. I mean, 30 gets you a good bit of the way to the average to sweep the event. So in a nutshell, in exchange for the truncated and quicker rerun structure, we get no new ships, no new skins, and no new news, really. But I'm very alright with that, and I'll tell you why. Yostar and Manjuu have figured out that the rerun structure just wasn't sustainable as it was. Waiting for some events to rerun for 1.5 years or more, it just doesn't work. It's a struggle. This new rerun format will do a number of things. You know, for one thing, the shorter time frame will allow more frequent reruns as a whole. So we'll be getting more frequently, we won't have to wait the upwards of 2 years to get reruns, everything will be kind of shortened. The fewer new ships and skins that go into reruns will allow them to refocus those efforts on new ships and skins being featured in brand new events that they can really just hone all of their focus into and their resources into, which I think is a good thing. That's going to make more bombastic, more explosive new events. And with reruns taking less time, this also means that we'll likely get more new events with more faction diversity, because they don't have to pick and choose quite as hard, since there will be a greater volume of new events in general to spread the wealth across all of the factions. And while that does mean that the reruns aren't quite as exciting as they used to be, that also means less downtime overall between events, and also players, commanders who played the original run won't be hunting those 2 new ships amidst the 5 ships that they already have from the original run. You know, that coupled with the fact that we could get those free pull tickets means even more saving opportunities of cubes and coins and other resources, oil for players who want to save those for the new URs that we're getting, 4 of them by the way, in 2022. They've confirmed this. Last year they confirmed that we are getting 4 new URs this year, alongside rerun URs, which we will be getting, especially since, again, they're implementing this light structure for reruns. You know, think about it this way. If you're cutting out a week from each rerun, and we get upwards of, like, say, 8 to 10 reruns a year, I don't know if that's accurate, it might be a little bit less than that, but if it's around 8 reruns a year, that's about 2 months of additional worth of content that they can put out. And I do suspect that they're going to use that to start catching up on older reruns and pumping out new events in sequence. So buckle up. I think everything's just going to be faster, quicker into overdrive, and that's going to mean less downtime in the game overall, except for the reruns themselves. Those are actually going to be the downtime, so to speak. So overall, I think really everyone wins with these changes, and I think it really does remedy the big issue that the game's release pacing has had over the past couple of years. So for those of you who are still around listening to me rambling, you guys are commanders of culture, thank you for sticking around. But yeah, if you're still around, I'll take a second to remind you to change your secretary to whichever ship girl you want to get a Valentine from before the 14th. In fact, don't wait until the 13th. Do it right now. You'll forget later, so do it right now. I'll wait for you. Just go ahead. Do it. Collab ships, reminder, collab ships won't get new lines. You'll get a Choco from Akashi instead. So if you want to avoid that, not saying you do or you don't, but if you want to avoid that, don't put collab ships as your secretary. That is your leftmost secretary as you put the selection in there. So go ahead and do that now. And no, the chocolate doesn't do anything special in the game. It's just for true commanders of culture that appreciate the finer things in life. So what are your thoughts on the light format? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to leave us a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Azur Lane content. We thank you all so much for watching and for taking time out of your day to spend with us. We really do appreciate it. Certainly hoping you're all staying safe, healthy, secure, and united out there, and wishing the very, very best for you, your family, and your friends. And until next time, let's protect those waters.